Hi, this is page 5 of the Red Introducing Music book. We're going to be looking at rhythm. If we look at this rhythm fundamentals chart, we can see that at the top it has a 4-beat note. So in America it's called a whole note because it fills up a whole 4-beat bar. We call it a semi-breve, and it's worth 4 beats. If you divide that into 2, so if you think of from here to here is a bar, you can get 2 minims in a bar, 1 semi-breve in a bar, 4 crotchets in a bar, 8 quavers or 16 semi-quavers. So the first one, being a whole bar, lasts for 4 beats. The next, each of these notes lasts for 2 beats, and then 1 beat, and then half a beat, and a quarter of a beat. Now I'm sure you can work out that each time it halves, which makes sense because they divide into 2 each time. Have a look at this level here. You notice that quavers can be separate. What I say is that when you take the stem, the supporting note away here, the stem falls down. It's just a saying I have. Another thing you can do is you can actually connect up the quavers like this. I'll try and fill in it. It's probably not going to be pretty. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, and people confuse this one, it actually looks like this, with this one, because they look very similar, but the 2 lines indicate that it's semiquavers, whereas the 1 line indicates it's quavers. Okay, we'll move on. So this is where you start working. Under each note, write its name. Well, we're talking about the rhythm name, so the first one is semi-breve. So scroll down and write in semi-breve. Now, the difference between this one and that one, this one is quaver, that's quavers. So just be careful. I'm sure you can fill in this one, the number of beats. Well, we can go up to the table again, or we can just know that this one, for example, is 2 beats, and so on. Moving right along. Now rests. If the chart looks similar, that's because it is. It's a semi-breve rest, or minim rest, or crotchet rest, or quaver rest. And the concept is the same. In relation to the first 2, the way I sort of remember it is the semi-breve rest is big and strong. It's 4 beats long, so it hangs off the top. The minim rest wasn't so strong, so it dropped down and rests on the line below. It's only worth 2. And then the crotchet rest, if you know the movie Bolt, if you think of the lightning on the side of the dog, and then you just do an open bracket at the bottom of it, and you get a quaver rest. And the crotchet rest, the quaver rest looks like a sad 7 or something like that, or maybe a Y, but that's what they look like. And then you can write the names in there, shouldn't be too hard. Write the value just like for the notes, and here we come to a chart. All the same information on this line that we already know. The American, sort of a logical system, as long as you think of 4-beat bars. There's a whole note, a half note, a quarter note, 8th notes, 16th notes, and so on. Down here further, we actually have combinations of quavers and semi-quavers. So if you think of the Kadai names, or I use Orff names, they're very similar. Ta, ah, 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 and then as we worked out earlier on, the 2-beat is 2, then ta, t, t, and I spell them t, t, but anyway, it doesn't make that much difference. And then ticka, ticka. And here we have T ticker and ticker T, and then we get further down where we get into combinations. The dot we haven't covered before, but a dot basically adds a half of the value. So if a crotchet is worth 1, and then plus a half of 1, which is a half, we end up with 1.5. Okay. And 1.5 plus a quaver, which is a half, adds up to 2 beats. down here, we're missing a few. A crotchet rest is called a za. I call this one a z because it goes with T. It's like TT. And then it's ZE or zoo if you like. And ZEEE for 4 beats. Alright. Beat is a very important part of music. It doesn't change and it keeps the music. We've done a bit of this in the first video. So if you're not too sure about that, go back to that one and watch it. Now, repeat dots are used to show the section of the music is to be repeated. We'll work on that later. And there's some here. So you need to do that twice. Now, this bit, what I'd like you to do is I'm going to clap each one and you're going to clap along with me. But first, I'd like you to stop the video and practice it. And then come and check to see if you're clapping the same as me afterwards. Okay, so here's rhythm number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you get disturbed by the repeat, or did you miss the repeat? Well, make sure you do it next time. Here's number 2. See if you can match mine with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hope you went well. Next one, number 3, I'm going to go a bit slower this time so I can get the TTs. Ta, TT, ta, ta, about that speed. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and last, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's it. Okay, thanks very much, and there'll be some instructions about other things to do later. Bye-bye.